Hello, welcome to my video, Teaching Morphological Analysis with the Action-Oriented Approach. Introduction. My name is Alexander Mesén. I live in Costa Rica and I am 23 years old. I am an English teaching student of Universidad Hispanoamericana, which is located in Heredia. The purpose of this video is to share dynamic strategies using the action-oriented approach as the teaching method. Hope you enjoy and like the video. In this case, the topic is going to be the morphology analysis of words, affixes, roots, bound, and free morphemes. The audience will be university students, private institution students. I made a research on the educational MEP program of Costa Rica, but I was not able to find anything related in that program, so that is the reason why this is not going for one or two first levels of education in Costa Rica. The method of approach will be the action-oriented approach. Let me just go ahead and tell you something about the action-oriented approach, okay? The action-oriented approach will be the students as social and active agents. They socialize to create their own learning. We have social goals in which they learn a new topic, a skill, or language. They're gonna also develop general and communicative competences. But how? Okay, they are gonna learn um, socializing, but in dynamic strategies based on the real world. That means based on real situations. And why is this the appropriate method for teaching this? Why? Because learning is not an accumulation of information like the like the old-fashioned traditional ways of teacher giving a lot of information so students can memorize it. Now, that's out of the date. We have to renew as excellent teachers and we have to become coach and advisors, okay? That is the most important part of the action-oriented approach, to give the key, to give that motivation, that opportunity to the students so they can go ahead and take ownership of their own learning. So the class, it will depend on the class that you are gonna have, but you have to form groups according to the amount of the students you have. And take a look onto the picture, okay? They are not in the old way fashion of lines next to each other, okay? That specific accommodation that you are seeing on the picture is because they are gonna be together. The action-oriented approach, if you remember, they are gonna be together as social agents, so they need to be face to face, sharing ideas, working together, okay? But as you can see also, there is gonna be small groups, so every single attention on every single group can be the same at the same time, okay? So groups or five, maximum six, it's totally perfect in order to apply this oriented approach in the class. After this, we have the strategy in which first you have to create the group. Is very important. But how do you create the group? You can take into account um, things in common like food, like songs, it can be music, so they can have like at the first time they can have that interaction, that same thing in common, so they would really like to work together. And it's really important for you also to provide the rules, okay? Very important. Now, we have to divide the topics. For example, we divide closed and open words to group number one. Morphemes, the free, the base root, the simple stem, the bound, to the second group. Now we divide the affixes, which is suffixes and prefixes, to the third group. Okay? If you have a huge amount of students, you can play with the topics. So you can divide the work equal to each group so they can work together. Okay? You have to provide material if they need it, such as paper, markers, pencils. Students can use technology like iPads, like phones, like magazines, like newspaper in order to create something that they need to present in front of the class, okay? So, what is the process? The students, according to the topic assigned by the teacher, first they have to make a research and they have to comment what is found with the classmates so they can get into conclusions and create their own learning and their own an original understanding of the topic. Because many times teacher explain a topic they don't understand, but in a creative way a classmate explain the same topic to the student and they're gonna learn better. Okay, so we are looking to promote that motivation on the students. Once they have understood the concept and the parts in real words, they can start creating a presentation to their classmates. Okay, they are gonna take that real situation, that information, because that is a real situation. We research information in technology all the time. Okay, so you are gonna look, understand, create a mental map if needed, and then they are gonna present that in a creative way to the class. And the teacher, this is the most important part, the teacher can supervise the construction of the plan in each group and answer the question if needed. That is the role of you teachers, just to be a coach, to monitor every single activity is going well in the whole process. The final product has to be present in front of the class and teacher can reinforce the explanation if needed. Okay? The conclusions. What are gonna be the conclusions for you? You are gonna see that in each group you are gonna see different roles assigned, but not by you. It's gonna be by the same students. So you can check which one is a leader, which one is a helper, which one likes to write more, which one has like a created skill to perform a presentation. In that you can take that into account in order to put that into practice, or in future situations that you need help you can count with those specific students. At the end they are gonna feel like they did something great and that they are gonna really learning in that course, because that's the main purpose of this video is to motivate students so they can see the classroom as a laboratory when they can go and they can implement, learn, and do at the same time. I really thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope that this is something really interesting for you. You can just go ahead and try to implement the action-oriented approach in the morphological analysis, and then you can let me know later how it goes. I hope that you have an amazing day, and thank you again for watching my video. Bye.